One of the tools I use to find information is provided by SteamDB. Hosted on GitHub, SteamDB automatically publishes the changed files seen within any of Valve's updates, decompiles them, and compares each line against its previous version. This allows a user, such as myself, to scroll through all the changes and cross-reference them against the local version of a build to understand everything that was introduced within a specific patch. This is helpful to learn what was cut from a game, how things were changed to make new additions work, and most importantly, what may be coming to the game in the future. One way this system works is by referencing a file's checksum. Source games hold their assets in compressed containers called VPKs. These, unlike engine files, are more complex to compare against each other, as instead of decompiled lines, they are entire chunks of data making up a single asset. So each file contains a checksum, being an alphanumeric code representing the functional makeup of that specific asset. When comparing assets, the checksums are cross-examined, and differences between updates usually indicate things were changed between patch dates. To put it simply, the creator of this system and co-founder of SteamDB, XPaw, states, quote, "The diff says checksummed changed, which means the file had to have gotten changed," end quote. So, for example, if the checksum of a sound file in CSGO changes, it means that file was updated. If the checksum of a texture and artifact changes, it means the game is back from the the texture got updated. And if the checksum of a TF2's Man vs. Machine UI changes, it means, wait, what? That can't be right. It got updated? All of these got updated? Only Man vs. Machine UI texture assets. What the hell? On March 2nd, a small patch was pushed to Team Fortress 2, announced to do 3 things. Added a round timer to CP Powerhouse, updated and added some tournament medals, and updated the localization files. Looking through the diff check of the update shows a few undocumented changes, though, including a bug fix to strange ambassadors not counting kills when the player is in hell, a change that sparked rumors towards the incoming of an out-of-season Halloween event. However, I don't think that's true at all. The changes most important relate to an entirely new version of UI assets and art for Man vs. Machine, which at first glance appear identical. However, for this to have occurred, something had to have actively changed in a manual way. Assets of this nature do not have their checksums changed unless acted upon directly by the developer, and due to the specific nature of the files affected, it does appear that something is being done behind the scenes related to Man vs. Machine, at least from a UI perspective. More information will follow when it becomes available, but as far as I know, these movements have nothing to do with the known ongoing community projects or anything that other creators seem to be hinting towards. It is known that, out of sheer boredom born out of the state that the US is in, a small group of longtime Valve developers have been working quietly on Team Fortress 2, and these people have an affinity for side modes, such as Manpower holding an enormous update released alongside the last Scream Fortress. It's the equivalent of picking up a hobby like making model trains. It's something that they're using to kill time. The only difference is they're getting paid for it, and we're likely going to be getting some content. More is obviously to follow and will be reported on as it occurs. Get subscribed, and I'll attempt to keep you informed. This is Tyler McVicker. Adios.